So the question isn't, is there a necessity in the teaching office? The question is, does the teaching office have the authority to bind consciences by that which is beyond the text of Scripture itself? Okay. So do we have the authority to go beyond Scripture and bind people to doctrines that really just simply are not there at all, and use some other source of tradition or something else in order to bind people's consciences? So certain doctrines are pretty undoubtedly not mentioned in the text of Scripture. For example, the bodily assumption of Mary. And yeah, I guess you've got the Revelation 12 passage that some say kind of alludes to the bodily assumption of Mary. But not really. I think most Roman Catholics will acknowledge that, okay, the bodily assumption of Mary is simply not a biblical doctrine, right? The bodily assumption of Mary is simply a doctrine that is transmitted by means of the tradition of the church, even though it's absent for like 800 years. But at some point it shows up, and it is that the Roman Catholic Church is dogmatically bound to affirm the bodily assumption of Mary, really because of the dogma of papal infallibility. And the bodily assumption of Mary was by means of the infallible ex cathedra declaration of the Pope in 1950. This became a doctrine that people have to submit to, right? So the question isn't, did God establish a teaching authority, or does the teaching authority have some real kind of authority? Instead, what we are saying is that authority does not have the right to bind people's consciences apart from and beyond those dogmas which are grounded in the text of Scripture.